Angie has made it easier than ever to hire high-quality pros to get all your home service jobs done well. Just bring them your project online or with the Angie app, answer a few questions, and Angie will connect you with local pros who match your specific needs. Or book a service instantly at an upfront price. So join the millions of homeowners who use Angie to care for their homes and get your next home service job done well. Download the free Angie mobile app today or visit Angie.com. That's ANGI.com. Angie has made it easier than ever to hire high-quality pros to get all your home service jobs done well. Just bring them your project online or with the Angie app, answer a few questions, and Angie will connect you with local pros who match your specific needs. Or book a service instantly at an upfront price. So join the millions of homeowners who use Angie to care for their homes and get your next home service job done well. Download the free Angie mobile app today or visit Angie.com. That's ANGI.com.
And also, Your Honor,
and also wait. Okay. I'm about to see something pretty important.
Okay.
I'm about to see the dent the friend made on the other side of the car, and then the dent here where you're trying to kill somebody.
No, definitely.
If you did do this.
This is the plaintiff, Jamal Forbes. He says he and the defendant dated for a few months, and the extremely jealous woman tried to run him over with her car in a fit of insecure rage. She also rammed his car with her car because she thought he was cheating on her. His car is now grossly damaged to the tune of $4,100, and that's just what he's suing for today. This is the defendant, Lakeisha Graves. She says her cheating boyfriend of 3 years is lying by claiming she damaged his car by ramming it with hers. The plaintiff's just trying to be nasty by filing this bogus lawsuit because she filed criminal assault charges against him and also got an order of protection from him because he is the one with anger issues. She's accused of going on a demolition derby. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $4,790 for impound fees, a car note, and emotional distress.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Millian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Jamal Forbes.
How you doing, Your Honor?
You are suing Lakeisha Graves?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, for $4,100 that you say she owes you in damages to your 2004 Monte Carlo. You have a counterclaim against him for $4,790 for money that you say he owes you for getting your car impounded. Tell me what's going on.
Yes, well, basically what the situation was where one night me and my friend had went to a casino, but we left from her house, and I guess she was calling my phone. And, you know, you don't answer the phone while you're gambling. So, you know.
Okay, yeah.
So,
perhaps you don't answer the phone while gambling.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
answer the phone while I'm gambling. So, basically, long story short, the person that I went with had her vehicle. And
her vehicle?
Yes, we was out with her vehicle, and then we went back to her house. So,
okay, what time did you leave?
Probably around like 4 or 5 o'clock.
In the afternoon?
Yes, in the afternoon.
Okay, what time did you bring her car back?
Probably around like 7.
Okay, and did she know you were taking her car?
Of course.
Okay, and who is this, when you say the other person had her car, who is the other person?
It was her relative.
All right, and then you came home and in 3 hours she was blowing up your phone?
She was blowing up my phone. She basically thought I was out with another female.
Oh, so she didn't know you were going gambling with her cousin?
No, she didn't know.
Oh,
she knew we was just hanging out. She just said, you guys go out, do what you guys going to do, and come back in.
Okay. So, all right, so you bring the car back, and what happens?
I bring the car back. So when we go upstairs, she starts arguing with me.
How long had you been dating?
Probably around like 4 or 5 months.
According to you, how long had you been dating?
It's been longer than that, definitely.
How long had you been dating?
Consistently for about, I would say, a strong 9 months, so.
All right, so now you come home and what happens?
After I come to the house, basically she starts coming at me about what I was doing, this, that, to the third. So I went downstairs and got in my car. I just sat down because really it didn't have a tag on it. It had just came out the paint shop from a previous accident that somebody else had got in my car into, and it was on the right side. So when she did that, we started arguing, whatever, and then I looked like I was going to back out to leave. She backed her car up like 3-4 times and rammed it into my car. I have the pictures.
Wait, she did what?
Yeah, I was in the driver's side of my car, and she backed her car up like 3 or 4 times and rammed it into my car. It broke the window on my car and it bent the A-frame on the car.
Wait, she rammed into your car
Yes.
3 or 4 times? Where? In the driver's seat?
On the driver's side.
Driver's side where? Right at you?
Right at me.
3 or 4 times?
3 or 4 times.
At what speed?
Probably, it wasn't a good amount of speed.
Did it dent the car door?
Yes,
Do you have the pictures?
Yes, I do. And you can see like the red paint. You see the red paint from the red Camaro all over the car.
Did you do that?
No. Jamal stole. I just want to start off by saying this, Your Honor, like, for the record, I'm so over it. I'm over it. I've forgiven him for everything that he put me through. Just standing here next to him is killing me. I just lost a family member, and Jamal knows from the time that I started dating him, all I did was help him. And I told her it was behalf of his daughter.
Okay.
And what he's doing right now, I understand that he's hurt, but I paid for his car to be fixed with my check when I came back from Texas after I ran away from him. I left Miami to go to Texas because I didn't want to deal with the issue of not being with him and all of the stuff that he had going on with the other girl. So I relocated. Like, I uprooted my whole life. And I went to Texas and took on another job opportunity. When I got to Texas 3 days later, I found I was pregnant from him. And in Texas, you can't get an abortion. God forgive me, you can't do that in the state of Texas without having either a second opinion or like they give you a runaround with the cost value to get it done. So being that I was sick, I wasn't able to work. So I was up there maybe 3 weeks, and I ended up having to resign from my job because I was sick in and out of the hospital. I called Jamal. I said, Jamal, I'm coming back to Miami. Can you help me pay for the abortion so I can at least try to go back to my other job at University of Miami? He said, okay, well, why didn't you tell me you were coming down here? You think you slick. You have something up your sleeve. I said, well, what can I possibly have up my sleeve if I'm telling you I'm coming home, that I'm sick? He was like, oh, no, you have something up your sleeve. You're being sneaky. So long story short, he did not help me pay for the abortion, which was partially the agreement. If I was to conceive, he would be there. He did not show up with me at the abortion clinic, and he promised me he would be there if I made that decision. So I understand he's talking about a car, but even my mom had to fill out a statement because she works for the state. She knows that I used to take him back and forth to work since that boy got in a wreck with his car on April 1st. Because we thought it was a joke. We were coming from the club, Take One, which is his favorite club. We were coming from Take One on April Fool's Day. He got in a car accident. The guy said, Andre, who was the car's registered in, it's not even registered in Jamal's name. He ran the stop sign and said somebody hit him. So I took Jamal over there. I said, well, this can't be true. Like, I just resigned from my job. I only have this amount of money to move to Texas. Okay, well, here's what I can give you. I can give you what I have.
Why would you give him anything?
Because I was with him.
Yeah, but you were moving to Texas.
Yeah, and you know, that's
and you were moving to Texas because you weren't with him.
No, but I moved to Texas to run away from him. But when he needed me, and that's just my flaw. When he needed me, I was there. Like, I couldn't turn my back on him.
Did you ram into his car out of anger because you felt like he was a horrible person? I did not ram into his car. He filed this even after the fact. Like, I feel like he's being vindictive because my police report was already filed prior. He didn't know that I filed a police report from when he pulled out a gun on me. He didn't know that. Wait, when did he pull out a gun on you? You called the police on him because he pulled a gun out on you?
Yeah, which was a stolen gun from the person who was fixing his car.
What happened with that police report?
He has a pending case right now for aggravated assault with a firearm.
Is that accurate?
Yes, that's accurate.
Did you call the police the night that this happened?
No, I didn't, because of the fact that, okay, yeah, we was trying to get back on good terms. And she sent me...
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I see somebody trying to kill me as kind of the end of trying to get back on good terms. But when I look at this, it's so severe. How are you not injured?
No, because when she hit the car, like, she wasn't 20, 30 miles per hour going to the car. She backed up slowly, 5-10 miles per hour going into the car, and I had time to move to the passenger seat. So when she moved and backed up for enough for me to get out the car, I climbed out the driver window. Like, okay.
Were you cheating on her? Is that why she's so crushed? Why is she so crushed?
It was a relationship that I was in before with her that she knew about, that I told her about. And I told her, it's on you if you want to deal with it or not. Because
I don't even know what that means. Are you saying that that she was the other woman?
I was in a relationship with a woman for 5 years, right? And I came to her and I told her, okay, yeah, I'm in a relationship. This is that, but the relationship is not going as well as it's supposed to go. So if you decide to deal with it on your own conscience, that's on you. If you don't want to deal with it.
Is any of it on you?
No, if she wants to deal with me.
I heard you. Is any of it on you? Do you have a conscience?
Yes, I do.
Okay, because you're kind of telling me how, you know, hey, it was all out there that I was going to be a cheater.
No, it's not. I wasn't in a relationship with her.
Are you No, you were in a relationship with the other person who you are apparently disrespecting. That other person, are you still dating her?
No.
Okay.
We're still good friends, but I'm not dating her.
Right. Does she know that you were? Does she know that you were stepping out on her with her, according to you?
Yeah, she does.
Okay. Did you know that he was in a prior relationship?
I actually found out on Valentine's Day. He told me.
Well, happy Valentine's Day.
I know.
Okay. All right, Miss Grace. Okay. Did you ram his car?
I did not.
Okay. She says that this was done by your friend when your friend crashed the car. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I have the pictures from when my car got repaired from my friend. Mm-hmm. When he crashed it, the dent that my friend did, it was on the right-hand side. Do you have a picture of the dent on the right-hand side? Yes, I do. I have it after it was repaired. Yes, I do.
Let me see.
And also, Your Honor.
And also, wait. Okay. I'm about to see something pretty important.
Okay.
I'm about to see the dent the friend made on the other side of the car, and then the dent here where you're trying to kill somebody.
No, definitely.
If you did do this.
No.
So that's the Bondo on
the right-hand side.
What happened to your car? Because that's the subject of your lawsuit.
Right. Him and his friend, which is my cousin, which is his best friend. He didn't mention that. They were in a car. Jamal was mad that I went away with another guy friend. I said,
where'd you go?
To West Palm Beach.
To do what?
To do me.
I take it you mean after you broke up?
Yeah, because he was basically ordered to get his stuff previous time. Like, Jamal hasn't been in my house for weeks before all of this happened.
Okay, is this after or before?
This is before everything.
Stuff.
This is way before that. I don't know how that happened.
Okay, so what happens at West Palm Beach? How did your car
I was with my friend, and this was around June 28th. When I get back in town, my car is missing. Okay, I filed a police report. So he basically stole my car. When they got arrested, it was all three of them in the car and 2 guns in the glove compartment. Ironically, Jamal walked from that situation. Okay, now this is a statement coming from my cousin who was arrested, who beat the case and got out, and the other gentleman that was in the car. Jamal said the guns were theirs. But prior to that, like I told you before, when I filed the gun, it's crazy, Your Honor.
Ms. Grace, here's my question. How did they get arrested in your car? Because you filed a stolen police report?
Right.
Okay, so they get arrested for stealing your car.
No, they got arrested because they did a crime in my car and I was out of town.
What was the crime they did?
Robbery.
Okay, so they all got arrested for robbery. What kind of?
Except him.
Except him.
Right. The detective just brought me in.
Did you and your friends or just your friends get arrested for a robbery in her car?
I was never on the scene. That's why I walked.
Did they get arrested for a robbery?
They did. Somebody else is driving. I'm not even driving.
Do you have any texts between you and her regarding this crash?
This crash? Oh, I have something, not a text message, but I wrote on Instagram and asked her, okay, what are you going to do about my car?
And what did she say?
She told me, she said, what car? I don't know what car you're talking about. Tell the female that you was laying up with to fix your car.
Exactly. I fixed it the first time.
You fixed it the first time?
The first time when it wasn't my fault. I took my last, so I didn't want to leave Miami with him not being able to go to work and take care of his daughter.
So he's cheating on you, he's stepping around you, you're in such pain that you're going to move away, and then you spend money to fix the car that someone else broke.
Right, because he was crying to me about.
And so if that's what you say is this damage. So if that's the case, then that got fixed. So what's he in court for if that was this damage?
I mean, that's basically what I'm trying to figure out.
Is it?
Did he really want to see?
Is it really what you're trying to figure out?
Yeah, I am. Because
Tell me about what happened with your car. It gets impounded because it was used in a robbery by your cousin, right, who got charged. So
Okay,
there were
but my cousin
impound
didn't have a
fees.
key
So
to
how
my
is it
car.
his fault if he was never charged and he wasn't driving the car?
He stole the spare key to my car.
Okay, he wasn't involved in the robbery.
Okay, well, how?
Do you have any evidence that he was involved in the robbery?
No, I don't.
Okay, your car got impounded because somebody used it in a robbery. What evidence do you have that he was involved in the robbery?
I don't have any evidence.
Okay. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, man.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So if you were dating somebody for a while and they got really mad in the middle of an argument and they pulled a gun on you and then said, oh, I'm sorry, would you have them prosecuted?
Yes, absolutely. That should be locked up. I probably can't say.
No, but you said it twice. What do you say?
Absolutely. I think it's completely unnecessary.
It's definitely unnecessary. Would you have somebody prosecuted or would you ever excuse them?
No, I think it cause and effect could take care of them because you're dealing with humans and humans. You send one to another group of humans, none of us is perfect, so I hope, thank God he didn't shoot me, but I believe in the power of God, so.
Okay. Okay. Going inside the courtroom.
Where's the car now?
I had to get rid of it. It was total.
It's in a shop on 95th Street, Your Honor.
How do you know where his car is?
Your Honor,
How do you know where his car is? Because I got to tell you, you got to tuck in your crazy just a little. Okay, this is no way to live.
Yeah, I just recently sold my car. I mean, I transferred, I gave over the title and everything. He just
Did you end up getting it fixed or no?
I can't. With that car, if you get it fixed, you have to get a whole nother body
So
for it.
what did you end up selling it for?
$600.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I believe you crashed this car. I don't know why people would want to live in this kind of a situation. I hope it's over.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could not call the police when someone's trying to kill you. Because I don't care how many times you say, I was able to scoot over and she was only going 5 miles an hour. Look at what happened to the car.
You're right.
The Blue Book value of your car in good condition is $2,600. You've already gotten $600 for it on the sale, so the most you would be able to sue for would be $2,000. I am ordering her to pay you the $2,000. On your counterclaim against him, I cannot award you a penny because you have no evidence that he was involved in the robbery. He didn't get charged with it. There is no evidence that he was involved in the robbery, and the impounding was because of the robbery. Sue the right person for that, the people who got arrested in the robbery. But the person who who does this had a lot of rage. It would be funny if it weren't so dangerous. It would be just a little bit in a waiting to exhale kind of way funny, right? But you could have hurt him, and it's crazy. And crazy's not good for you.
Okay.
He's gone, he's done, he's out. But, think about, you're young, very young, and think about your future and think about whether you want to be around somebody that brings out these bad things, okay? Because I know you did that, all right? I'm ordering you to pay $2,000 for the repair of that car on your counterclaim for the reasons I've already explained, 0. That's my verdict. Good luck, folks.
All right, both sides, hold on right there, please.
Well, let's find out what the defendant has to say here coming out of this courtroom. You must have a lot going through your mind right now.
Yeah. It's funny that the victim always looks like something else, but I mean, like I said, I've forgiven him, and I just want to go home to my family.
You forgive him for all this story?
Everything, the abortion, the using me, I forgive him wholeheartedly.
Mm-hmm. Does that mean that you still want him in your life somewhere?
I never did. I always told him I wanted what's best for him and his daughter.
Mm-hmm. All right, so are you done with him? Have you kicked him out of your life completely at this point?
Yeah, he's been out for quite some time.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Thank
All right,
you.
Fellow Officer McIntosh around the corner this way. Let's see what the plaintiff has to say. As he comes out here, what's going through your mind at this point?
I mean, it wasn't exactly what I expected, but, it's something to get me back to where I need to get.
Do you have any remorse for the way you treated this young woman in any of your doings with her?
No, not really, because I put it out on the table from the beginning. So if you chose to deal with it, you chose to deal with it.
All right, Harvey.
Okay, I mean, this is a truism. If there is physical violence in your relationship, end it. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Angie has made it easier than ever to hire high-quality pros to get all your home service jobs done well. Just bring them your project online or with the Angie app, answer a few questions, and Angie will connect you with local pros who match your specific needs. Or book a service instantly at an upfront price. So join the millions of homeowners who use Angie to care for their homes and get your next home service job done well. Download the free Angie mobile app today or visit Angie.com. That's ANGI.com. Angie has made it easier than ever to hire high-quality pros to get all your home service jobs done well. Whether it's routine maintenance, an emergency repair, or a dream project, Angie lets you compare quotes from multiple local pros, browse homeowner reviews, and even book a service instantly. Angie's been connecting people with skilled pros for nearly 30 years. So the next time you have a home project, bring it to Angie to get your job done well. Download the free Angie mobile app today or visit Angie.com. That's ANGI.com.
These little plaintiffs, Renee and Christopher Brandon. Renee says she ordered new tires and rims for her son's 2012 BMW. The defendant installed them, and he had 2 blowouts immediately. She had a mechanic look at the car and was told the tires didn't fit properly. The defendant refuses to refund her money. Her son was put into a very dangerous situation because a blowout at high speed can be deadly, and the defendant is disrespecting his life. They're suing for $10,698, which is triple damages, as per Section 93A of the Consumer Protection Act. This is the defendant, Sandra Brigada. She says the plaintiff, Christopher, ordered rims and tires that are not good with potholes. He was also driving the car in an aggressive manner, denting the rims and causing bubbles to form in the tires, which caused blowouts. The plaintiff provided no evidence that tires or rims were defective nor ill-fitting, and therefore she owes them nothing. She's accused of blowing it with a customer.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff had the defendant install rims and had 2 blowouts. But the defendant says the rims the plaintiff ordered were not designed for potholes. It's the case of what a pothole.
Thank you, Douglas. Renee and Christopher Brandon?
Yes. How's it going, Your Honor?
Mother and son?
Yes.
Correct. Jeez, it looks like you're dating. You are suing Sandra and Guy Brigida?
Yes.
Okay. You are the owner?
Yes, I am.
All right. Who's the gentleman next to you?
This would be Sean. He is my sales manager.
Okay, and Guy Brigida is your husband?
Yes, he is.
And you have power of attorney to represent?
I do.
Okay. You are suing them for $10,000, for over $10,000 in treble damages, money that you're asking to have repaid to you because according to you, they sold you faulty tires. What happened?
All right, so from the beginning, I done a lot of business with them. I have a little 1 Series coupe BMW, and I wanted, newer, just something sportier, different color rims that come with new tires. Originally, mine are 18-inch stock, and I wanted to stick with the original size. Now, Sean explained to me that 20-inch rims would look nice, they would fit. It wouldn't mess with any of the performance, nothing like that.
Can 20-inch rims fit on a car that's sporting 18-inch rims?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was actually told by BMW and also a few other companies that 20-inch rims and tires were way too big. And
do you have any proof of that?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me see what you've got.
Okay. What I have is what BMW had emailed me, the tire size, and I had actually spoken to Nathan as well as Ruben at the Nido.
Okay, stop a second. Do you have anything from a mechanic? And I mean, normally the way this is done is you would bring me something from somebody who's in a position to give me an expert opinion about this, that you can't put 20-inch rims on a car that can take, on this car, on your car. You don't have something from BMW that says that. You have something from somebody whose address is at Hotmail.
Yes, that's BMW. They
but you understand how a court of law might not necessarily see this as expert testimony. 1, 2, all it is the kind of tires they have in stock. It doesn't say what you said it would say about 20 can't be put on this car. Do you have something from BMW, like you are saying? People told me that. Do you have something in writing to suggest that that was the wrong call? Because what ends up happening? What ends up happening is they put the tires on, and what happens? I'm asking you, what happened?
What happened when they put the tires on? It was a lot of rubbing against the inside wheel wells. It was rubbing due to the oversized tires.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm not going to get the expert testimony from you. I mean, physically what occurred, like what occurred, it blew. One of the tires blew.
Yes.
Right? Okay. And which is very dangerous. It must have been really scary.
Yes.
What did your car do when the tire blew?
It started shaking, kind of out of control.
How fast were you going?
I mean, lucky I wasn't going that fast. I was going about, I would say like 20.
Okay.
So I was immediately able to come to a stop.
You didn't crash or anything like that or hit anybody else?
No, just a little swerving, but I was able to come to a stop safely.
Okay, so you bring it back to them, and they charge you to put another wheel on, right?
Correct.
Okay, and you don't say to them, what are you talking about? This is defective, you know, blah, blah, blah. That didn't happen.
Well, when I did say that, I said that, you know, I didn't hit any potholes because my car in general, if I hit a pothole, it's a sporty car, low to the ground. It'll mess up my car completely. So I make sure to be, you know, careful. But
a person could miss a pothole, right?
Yes.
In fact, with these kind of wheels that are so low profile, they're virtually negative wheel, you have to be really, really careful with potholes, right?
Correct.
Really careful.
Yes.
To the point where I don't see the point. I mean, I'm just not seeing the point, you know, because I imagine that you don't want to drive like, you know, a 105-year-old lady, right? Like that's the whole idea is that you don't want to do that. So, and where are you from?
Pembroke, Massachusetts.
A lot of potholes there?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So you take it in. You say, but I didn't hit a pothole, and they say, you know, this stuff doesn't happen on its own, and then you pay for the new wheel, and then it happens again a second time.
Well, the second time it didn't explode. It was almost like a warped wobbly. When I got out of the car. And I looked and had one of my friends drive it just at a slow speed while I stood behind it to see. You could see that the tire was warped, almost like it was about to fall off.
Did you video that?
No, I did not video.
Okay, so you take the car back to them, and they put your old wheels back on.
Well, at first I took it back to them. I explained to them that, you know, it's not working out, and I would just like, you know, my money back, or switch and go with the proper size, so I'm not going to have all these issues with the lights going off on my dashboard.
Okay, and again, when you keep saying the proper size, do you have anything to show me that says that you can't put 20 on your car?
Well, no, I don't have any letters.
And now, what happened with the wavering tire, the second issue when he brought it in?
There was a large bubble in the side of the tire, and when the tire was under pressure, it would cause the wheel to not go around properly, not balance properly.
Where did the bubble come from?
The bubble came from some sort of a road hazard, either a pothole or a curbing.
Do you have a picture of the bubble?
I don't have a picture of the bubble.
Is it on one of those tires?
The tire, you can see the damage on the inside of the tire, but the bubble won't show up because the tire is not under pressure right now, but the damage on the inside is evident.
Can I see it?
Yes.
So does it make sense to ever get rims on a car that are really tricked out and cool, but when you drive over a pothole, the tire blows?
Not really. It's most dangerous.
It's dangerous, but I mean, is there a cool factor that would make you want to endure that hassle?
Nah, it's just a silly decision. You shouldn't be doing it.
Is there anybody who thinks, is it cool?
I think, okay, in the real world, now, especially in Hollywood, it's all about your look.
And New York.
And New York, everywhere, it's all about your look. So it's worth getting a rim because everyone that sees you is gonna think of you as a certain way, so if it...
God, I love that.
I mean...
Oh, God, just keep talking.
I mean, pain is beauty. Like, pain is beauty, beauty is pain.
Oh, God, I wish we could talk longer. We'll come back. Going inside the courtroom.
So, this is This is where this one is blown out.
Okay, that's the blown out one.
Right.
All right.
Yep.
And you're saying that had to be through some kind of road hazard.
That's, yes.
A pothole or something.
A pothole or something. And then the other tire that has the damage on the inside, this is...
Why are you making her pick up the tire? Dude, I'm standing here watching you go like this while she's...
She marked them all.
You can see this is actually the steel belting of the tire that's come apart, and this is the tire that bubbled. When this tire bubbled out, it caused the rim to...
It flattened.
Yeah. Cut into the edge.
The rim's riding on the inside of that.
Those things are awful delicate. I mean...
Well, this is what they look like when they're perfectly good. Thank you.
And you paid $4,000 for that? You paid $4,000 for that?
Did.
I know. It's what all the kids are doing. I know you're not alone in this, but I also know that when you do this, that you gotta like drive like a little old lady, because if any potholes you hit are a problem. I need from you evidence that the reason this happened is not potholes, because sometimes when it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, and walks like a duck, it might just be a duck, and there's not a big fancy explanation. You're giving me the fancy explanation. You're saying, listen, it has to do with them putting wheels that were too big. It has nothing to do with my driving, Judge. It has to do with them putting... I'm willing to accept that if you can prove it even a little bit. Yes. And coming into court and saying, someone told us that, is not proving it. I can't let a litigant come into court and say, BMW says so, the tire manufacturer says so, and then show me nothing to prove that. We can't run a courtroom that way. I find in favor of the defendants in this case, which means that the tires and the rims and all that belong to you, and we will make arrangements now after you folks exit for that to be transferred. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, totally unable to prove their case. The plaintiffs come out here, step in over here, and tell me what's your reaction to this outcome.
I'm very disappointed. So.
All right, you just got all these tires back and everything. What are you going to do now?
We'll just sell them. Sell them on our own.
Sell them. Now, you live in a place, you said there are a lot of potholes and everything. You're trying to drive real stylish up there, but it's kind of expensive to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's certain times a year where there's more potholes than others, but I mean, I know I definitely didn't hit any potholes, so. Right. And
regular rims and tires for him from now on?
Oh, yes, definitely. That's what he has now.
Right, okay, around the corner this way. And so you come out on top here. Boy, the tire lady knows her stuff.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Why are you making her do all the heavy lifting in the courtroom? What's the matter with you?
She marked them all this morning.
Oh, she marked them?
Yeah.
Okay. What happened in this case? These are touchy, dangerous tires for, not dangerous, but, tricky to use?
No, they're just low-profile tires. They need to be driven appropriately.
You think he misused them or abused them?
I think the judge got it right.
All right, Harvey? Okay, I got to tell you, there is no way you can win a case where you're guessing as to a possible defect. For that, you got to have an expert. They got to be clear, and if you don't, you're going to lose. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Hey, it's Kaylee Cuoco for Priceline. Ready to go to your happy place for a happy price? Well, why didn't you say so? Just download the Priceline app right now and save up to 60% on hotels. So whether it's Cousin Kevin's Kazoo Concert in Kansas City, go Kevin, or Becky's Bachelorette Bash in Bermuda, you never have to miss a trip ever again. So download the Priceline app today. Your savings are waiting.
Go to your happy place for a happy price. Go to your happy price, Priceline.
This is the plaintiff, Donna Nichols. She says she and the defendant dated for 3 years, and she mistakenly put him on her cell phone plan. Once they broke up, the cad stuck her with the phone bill because she was the one who broke up with him, and that was his way of getting back at her. She's not about to let him get away with it and is suing him here and now for the $467.88 she's owed. This is the defendant, Rudolph Scholl. He says he was blindsided by the plaintiff when she broke it off with him, but he tried to do right by her and give her the phone back because it was on her plan. All he knows is he was totally 100% paid up on his phone bills, owes the plaintiff nothing, and is pretty sure the judge is going to agree. He's accused of trying to phone it in with an ex.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. These litigants dated, but when they broke up, she says he stiffed her on the cell phone plan. But he says she really did him wrong when they broke up. It's the case of you're breaking up.
Thank you, Douglas. Donna Nichols, you are suing your former boyfriend, Rudolph Scholl, for $467.88 in phone bills and phone costs that you say he owes you after the breakup and has not paid. Tell me what's going on.
Well, in 2012, I put him on my phone plan. At the time, we made an agreement that for him to be on the plan, he would pay half of the phone bill. Then he upgraded his phone, and Verizon had a new system of where you could pay a monthly fee for the phone. So that you could upgrade again in a year's time if you wanted to.
Right. So now this particular plan that you folks that he went on your plan, this was, you would pay $29.99 a month.
Correct.
For how many months?
You would have to pay it for a full 2 years to pay off the phone. 2 years. Is that accurate?
They said 2 years, but they said after 1 year I would be eligible for upgrade again.
Okay, well, but it's 2 years of $29.99 on the bill.
Correct.
Got it. All right. Now, you folks break up.
Yes.
And why did you break up?
I found out some things and decided it would be better to separate.
Another woman?
No.
Okay.
Because he wasn't telling me the truth about some things, so I just decided that I was better off.
How long did you date him?
3 years.
Was he living with you?
No.
All right. So you broke up with him, and what was the discussion regarding the phone?
I told him that I would like him to separate the phone number, get his own plan, so that way he could keep the same phone number but be off of my plan.
Is that a possibility? Was that doable?
The only way that was doable was for him to pay off the balance he owed on the phone.
But that's not the deal he made with you or with them. The deal he made was I get to pay $30 a month only. Was he behind on phone payments?
He was not behind on the phone payments. He did consistently give me the money for the phone bill late, and I just didn't want to have anything to do with him. I would have had to keep him on the phone plan for almost a whole nother year.
What is your, okay, you know that in the end there was a certain amount that you're supposed to pay for that phone, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is your objection to paying that amount for the phone that you selected to upgrade on?
I offered to stay on the plan. She said no. I tried to give her the phone back because it was in her name. She refused it.
Did he offer to stay on the plan and say to you, please just leave me on there and I'll just pay it by the month?
He did offer that. Verizon also gave us the option of having him on the plan, like separating it, but it would still fall under mine. It would like be a subcontract.
You were responsible.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Did he not pay the May phone bill?
He did not pay the phone bill that was as of the bill that came out June 2nd. That was for the month of May.
Did you not pay the June phone bill? The bill that came out on June 2nd?
When I talked to Verizon, they said unless you go over, they bill you ahead of time. That was what I got from the Verizon store.
The phone bills and see if that's accurate. Okay. Were you a little bit late on the payments?
There was once or twice I was, yes.
Did you use the phone in June?
No, Your Honor, I did not.
Did you turn the phone off?
I turned the phone off on June 6th.
Do you have the July bill?
Yes.
I can tell from the bills whether or not it's billing ahead or behind. I don't know who told you that, but...
the people at the Verizon store.
Yeah, well, you're saying that, but I'm seeing something else.
Okay.
Because they turn it off. As soon as she says turn it off, they turn it off and they're no longer charging you. They're not giving you credit. So that is May usage, and you do owe that. What's more disturbing to me is this. We make decisions in our lives that seem like good ideas, and then later on they're not good ideas, and that's fine. You were dating him a long time. It's not like it wasn't that risque. But his argument is, Judge, we had a contract and I hadn't breached the contract.
So how long do you have to date somebody before you put them on your cell phone plan?
I think everyone kind of has a different financial situation. Maybe it's 6 months, maybe a year, maybe it's next week. But
would you ever do it with 1 week? 1 week you'd put somebody on your plan?
If I loved him.
Oh, no. God. Oh, sir, don't do that. Going inside the courtroom.
He's on time, he's paying on time, and he just doesn't want to have to accelerate it. And, you know, the guy's kind of right. Unless he breaches it, why does he have to accelerate it? You know, in the end, it's the same thing because you still got to pay the same thing.
Yes, ma'am.
But he may not just not have the money to pay it all at once. So what I'm going to rule is that he owes the $359.88 that's remaining, but you can pay the way your plan was envisioned.
When I went on,
and you also have to pay the May phone bill. That's going to be my verdict. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. When I went on her phone plan, I originally had a prepaid phone. I was paying.
I don't care.
No, I'm just saying. I paid $30 a month. I was doing it. Yes, it benefited me. I had a nicer phone, but
how big was the gun that she put to your temple and made you get on her phone plan?
It wasn't.
I'm listening to you talk about how, yeah, it was a 2-year payment, but after a year I could get a new phone. You know, fly now, pay later. I mean, okay. These are the decisions that you made. You're going to pay for the phone. I mean, she's not going to get stuck paying for the phone. What I'm saying is that the fair thing is that you pay for it at the rate that you agreed on, and then the minute you breach, it's going to get accelerated. Everybody picking up what I'm putting down?
Yes,
good. Good luck, folks.
Okay.
So the ruling is that you can't really speed him up. Come on over here, and I guess he'll be haunting you for a while longer.
A little bit, but at least I'll get the phone paid for.
You've learned the lesson? What would you say the lesson is?
The lesson is you really need to know a person before you get involved with them financially.
Okay. All right. Follow Officer McIntosh around this way, please. And so the defendant comes out here. How do you feel about this outcome?
Well, I honestly think all the extra money that I paid on the phone bills should have been coming to play, but it is what it is.
She made these vague references to why she broke it off with you and didn't put you in a very good light. You want to shed some light on that?
To tell you the truth, I really don't know why, but...
You don't know why you broke up? She broke up with you?
Well, she said that I lied about this one thing, which I technically didn't, but...
Technically you didn't. Technically. Harvey?
Okay, Kurt. Are you guys friends?
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, like, it comes...
You guys, like, go out, you're old enough, do you guys go out drinking sometimes?
Absolutely.
You must be really fun at the table, at the bar.
We're the ones that are so rowdy that you...
See you tomorrow.
Angie has made it easier than ever to hire high-quality pros to get all your home service jobs done well. Just bring them your project online or with the Angie app, answer a few questions, and Angie will connect you with local pros who match your specific needs. Or book a service instantly at an upfront price. So join the millions of homeowners who use Angie to care for their homes and get your next home service job done well. Download the free Angie mobile app today or visit Angie.com. That's ANGI.com.